The trial should run for approximately 2 months. The justice depends on all of you. You've all filled out the long questionnaire. In a
So
few minutes,
right now
I'll
I'm
ask more.
listening to Ticket
The
TV,
judge goes on to say, if during the process you
and
would prefer to answer a question.
this is a video he did today, which is May the 5th,
He
2025.
trotted through the twilight
And
woods, his thick russet tail a mark of his
you know
pride.
how it is. And you trying to get something done. It's 14 million interruptions on whatever it is in the background and whatnot. So Ticket TV, I've been seeing him for a while now. Subscribed a while back, and um, I don't hear the jury selection the same way y'all hear it. I hear cues, I hear clues. Okay, and if he's reading this verbatim, he got a verbatim source somewhere, like that's reading the background, like transcripts almost. And I don't know how he got it. I have not heard anyone with this yet, and I've reviewed quite a bit of people today. But he seems to have a pretty, like, he's been saying stuff that I haven't heard. And so I just like to review and kind of get, out there at least the part about how it seems to be that, and once again, this is Ticket TV on YouTube. I would just like to get like the background. Like I don't hear what y'all hearing. I think you know what I'm saying. It's concerning to me that I hear this, that people don't hear this. Y'all digging what I'm? You picking up what I'm putting down? You know what I'm saying? It's important to listen. These gangsters got cues nowadays. We watched enough movies, people. We have enough background. So I'm gonna kind of skip through this. I think midway through he starts reading the jury part. That's what I mostly want to focus on. But he said a lot.
Everybody tapping on there, man. Press 1. If y'all can hear me in the comment section, mic check 1 2 1 2.
I'm doing this under fair
Press 1 if
use.
y'all can
Let
hear
me
me.
see
Like
if I
the
can.
video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate everybody that tapped on in. And Sean Diddy Combs is currently in court right now as jury selection has begun. Y'all can hear me? Okay, salute, man. Y'all smash the like button, man. And again, if y'all not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Again, share this video, like this video, and once you subscribe, hit the notification bell and then hit the all button. That way you guys get all updates whenever I release video content on this channel.
So I don't hear what everybody else hears. First of all, my concern is
on the scene
that y'all know I feel like
reporting a chaotic situation outside of the courthouse that many people have already gathered, even during the jury selection process. Many people have already
so
gathered.
I'm gonna go back into it, but
and detractors and media.
I feel like
everybody, and so they're saying that it is a
people
chaotic outside of the courthouse.
Like it's just certain things like
Sean Diddy Combs right now, man, and this is one of those situations.
A lot of things are coming to mind.
Is going to have to, man, bro. He's gonna have to deal with the consequences of his actions.
That part.
As they go through hundreds of.
Some people are real concerned.
To try to get a jury pool that they feel like is fair and unbiased for this trial.
That
now,
people, like there's been massage therapists apparently, like certain people I wouldn't even want to be on this jury
you guys want to know
because of the background of trafficking. Trafficking.
As the sex trafficking trial kicks off with jury selection.
Notoriously
reports
includes a background in massage. Okay, so we want to stay. I would want to stay away from massage people because they could be bought. Some people are coming in. I heard this one guy had came in and all he said was, "I'm about to start working at a hotel." They wanted to immediately get rid of him.
Oh, now I will say this before I even start reading this. I was looking at the play-by-play as far as jury selection.
See,
they've already removed some of the jurors because one of the
jurors said, the lady that came in and said she about to start training next week. See, so the other dude said that wrong. If he had said, I start, because you don't just start working in a hotel, you're always training first. So I feel like somebody told him, look, you don't want to be in it, tell him you about to start working at a hotel. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm feeling. Because the girl that said she about to start training, the judge said to her, oh yeah, well, if you get picked, you're not starting, you're going to be here basically. So what was the difference with them two? I feel like there's codes. And then this whole place, I'm sorry, but oh, y'all, I see the bamboozlement of the world. And I'm telling you, I don't understand how anybody's supposed to swing a gavel at him when they told him that some part of the system backed him up in doing most of this. There's so much involvement and collusion, okay?
A white shirt, excuse me, and black rimmed glasses over a crisp.
All right, so let me get to the jury selection part.
Prison guard was notably
where he started saying that it was something else he said. He was dropping some information though.
Introducing our cutting edge
He has more of an in-depth background than other people that I heard report on this today.
Now, it says this, right? This is the part that's going to bury you. I told y'all this. Y'all didn't want to listen.
He getting real hyped off the names being revealed.
You bet your money.
He was telling people the names were going to be revealed.
When you roll the dice, nigga, you bet on ticket, nigga.
But
read that line right there for
I come from a narrative where
some of the law enforcement officers,
I would have preferred this never happen at all. Let's not.
Have prior
man, it's so hard, bro. I don't even know how to explain it.
Another line of attack for Diddy.
I don't.
Another
I
court
can't tell you what you should already know.
Refers to a minor victim.
Okay.
A sign that they may either.
I knew that, and that's my whole argument.
To be named at Diddy's trial were Mike Myers.
That's where he started tripping. That's a whole bunch of people that's on the list.
You know, Captain.
They said the list, as you can see in the background, is about the size of an appendix from Lord of the Rings.
You know who else's name came up? You know who else's name came up?
No.
Kim Porter.
Of course.
I'll be sure.
Of course.
You think I'm lying? That relates to candor. The judge says I'm not going to lie to the jurors, right? Now, the jurors have been brought into the courtroom.
All right.
The judge says this is a criminal case, the U.S. versus Sean Combs. I expect the trial to run for approximately 2 months. The justice depends on all of you.
So let's start right there.
Filled out the long questionnaire. In a few minutes, I'll ask.
He is getting, first of all, I'm sorry, y'all be trying to do that 3D shit. So first of all, he's getting like the lawyers from Young Thug and whoever the other guy was, and in one of them cases, they was picking a jury for 10 months. I didn't even ever hear about that case, so I don't know what he did. So why was they picking a jury for 10 months? So this judge thinks that they're going to pick this jury in 2 months. That would be incredibly efficient. You have like, it's 700 different like numbers on that list of paper. It goes up to 700 and something. So how are you going to pick the jury in 2 months? My opinion.
Let me repeat that again. Breaking news. The prosecution said in court today they're not using the Cassie video.
So he about to say it.
Straight. They just said it in court today. Just said it in court today. They're not even using that video. They don't even need the video, they're saying. I'm going to show y'all right here. Right? And people say, oh, that's a win for Diddy. Man, that lets you know they got something else more sinister. They got something else more sinister. If you're not using that video in the court, sign that they may either testify or be referred to during the trial, allegations of abuse involving children are among the most serious he faces. That could be the main reason why I believe they're going to throw that tape out from the Cassie tape.
Because they got him on this stuff.
They probably got, bro, they got 20 TBs of evidence, bro. I don't think you guys understand. Everybody saw the Cassie tape. That's the only tape. What y'all think they did with all that other video footage and stuff that they already turned
right,
into?
Because they had...
He got 9 or 10 lawyers. You think he got all them lawyers for no reason, nigga? Man, these people got heavy Chevy. And you got somebody here say this is a weak case. Sorry, sir. I'm going to block your ass. You a troll. You think the feds bring weak cases? You're a goddamn fool. Right. And you're a peon. And you're ignorant. Point blank period. You're ignorant. If you think the feds is gonna bring a weak case, you don't know nothing about the law. The state, you can get off state bring a fix. Feds ain't finna bring no weak case. Only dumbed down buffoons who are jockstrap sniffers would say stupidity like that.
I'm out. Let's get
Only dumbed down buffoons. He's given all the jurors the list of the names to review.
I think that's why
they're brought into court and questioned.
I think that's why the names of Michael B. Jordan and Michael Myers came out. First of all, I think it's cap. I don't think none of the names are supposed to be read. I think you were supposed to read the numbers. My dumb ass would have been the one also saying the names because I can't remember what you told me, especially under stress. So yeah. Not only am I not on the jury, but I would have said the names too. You feel what I'm saying? Because I can't remember I'm under stress.
One by one, before they seat a final panel of 12 jurors and 6 alternates. But niggas say I was captain.
And I think the names got read because I think all this leading up to it, all the people whose names have come out, everybody knew they was going to be involved. Everybody knew they was going to be exposed. This is a continuation, in my opinion, of the Epstein trial. Okay? And from that trial, I believe that's why you got to study COVID. Because that's when they started saying all the elite was going underground. And now the elite are above ground. Not only are they above ground, but they are above us. They are above us, okay? So that's why you didn't get a good delivery of the files of Epstein, because the administration that's in place now. But my thing was always, it shouldn't have never been on this administration to have to bring it out. These things should have been brought out then. See, what we're all suffering is the impact of decades, if not a century, of thuggery and mobsterism being allowed to run rampant. And while you may have this upper echelon of the crime world who is elevated and eclectic and doesn't want to involve themselves in that anymore and is living this super duper cool life, you have still straight gangsters that are working for them, whether they know it or not. And this is what us everyday people are dealing with. I think that this is the structure of our world now. We are severely imbalanced because of this. We are undergoing severe trauma and severe injury from this. You understand what I'm saying? Our world is not a peaceful world because of whatever happened back then that has never been corrected. Corruption is running the world. It is. And regular people are just trying to get through and trying to get by. And now, because these same people who have built a country off of this thing called trafficking that was then called slavery, okay, have been now allowed to be the powerful mobsters and gangsters that they are still making their money off of, they can't even do legal business, man. They want money so bad and power so bad that they are still trafficking, because trafficking makes more turnover. It's smarter than drugs is what they say, what I'm seeing.
And the whole time, hey man, ticket man, I ain't hear about no nigga. Shut up, nigga. Sit down and shut the hell up, nigga. I was reading the paperwork the whole time. I told you, whole ass niggas, they gonna check this shit, nigga. But y'all niggas ain't want to listen to me, nigga. I stand on business, my nigga. I told.
It's not about getting away with it. It's about the fact that first of all, you should have never been. That should not be your only choice. That's first. Remember, this is my ADHD reaction.
Told
What's
y'all
going
niggas.
on? My bad, I got
When
the
I
wrong
seen what the
banner
feds
up.
came out with, and you read that paperwork, and you take the time, you read these 100-page documents, 40-page documents, all these other things, you like, damn. And a lot of that shit was redacted. So you didn't see these other names, right? Because all this shit was redacted. So if it wasn't redacted, we would have already known what these names were. Now you come to court, man, they finna talk about all. Now I ain't say, I'm gonna say it again. This is not me saying, hey man, Mike Myers or Michael B. Jordan did something, and their name is being brought up in the Diddy trial on day one on the jury on the.
I don't think so everybody's name is going to get brought up if you didn't pay your ransom or do your humiliation ritual. Some of them did humiliation rituals. I think this all started falling out back when Chris Rock was hit in the face by Will Smith. I think that was part of this because of the fallout, because of what you see now. I see I see I see it as like even the Shannon Sharp thing. Not only do I think that happened, I think it was more so a part of just like I think honestly that maybe the highest person in the land was involved, but his trial, which was kept secret from us, okay, Stony Daniels. See, I think that comes out because remember this whole thing when you read the Easteen book by Whitney Webb, I think it's called, I forget what it's called, y'all. But it's a ransom. All they have all these people on ransom, and this goes all the way back to the Mossad, right? So you got all these people on ransom, and then if they don't do what you say, you start leaking their shit out. That's what Clinton was with the blue dress. So I'm on YouTube one day, and this dude's talking about it. He's like, "Yo, we still wonder what the blue dress is." I said, "Well, Monica Lewinsky's dress was blue because in Eastein's house he had a picture of Clinton in a blue dress. Like, haha, I got you, dude. That's what that is." Just like when Diddy was standing with the mule dude out on whatever street they was on, and somebody drives by and says Diddy's name, and it makes the mule dude look, and then click, click, they got him on camera. They do things to expose you to have, like, I got you, buddy. I got you, buddy. So do what I say. That's what this whole game is. So yeah, they're all on tapes. I don't know what the ultimate thing of having everybody on the tape and everybody coming out at the same time would be, other than the fact that if you've seen the movie Wanted, you know how because they had broken something or something had happened, they all got in a circle and had to curve the bullet, right? That's what I'm saying. And I don't know who's supposed to come out of this or who they have messed up with or why they had to curve the bullet. But that's what I see it as. I feel like they sitting here curving the bullet in our face. And we have to um, navigate around this world like life still got a value. Because when it comes to these cats, life don't got no value. I said earlier when I was on Queen Amadea's channel, I said, yo, I said it seemed like Diddy, the way people pass, they have to do with him or businesses around him. It's like Lord Carbonized with the ancient Egyptian artifact that he wasn't supposed to have. So he was cursed. Like that's how I've never seen in the history of the world. I have never seen this many people associated with one individual expire. I've just never seen that. And I don't like that's just what it reminds me of. So let me go on and then I'll start remembering my other points as we move on. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit here. He starts talking about how he told people that the names was gonna get dropped. But you shouldn't have never been worried about your name being dropped, but you wanted power and status, and I get it, but you gotta realize God, it was a setup. It was a setup by the creator. All of this has been a setup. You didn't have to do it, and some people didn't, and they still lost their lives. And he got mad because he couldn't. Allegedly, I feel like the way I've been seeing this whole story, he got mad because he couldn't control it. Like, I feel like just those like Jam Master Jay, was his name Grand Premier or Lord Premier? You know, the dude from the Gurus or the what was it? Damn, what was the name? You know what I'm talking about, right? Dun, 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 dun. Like, what you want this time, girl? You want? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he was all part of it. So my thing's still spinning. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I guess this is how it happens when I come in other people's chats. It starts spinning. I don't know why. I be sitting up there like, oh, they just don't want me in their chat. When really my punk ass computer can't handle the whole weight. Oh man. Whew. I'll give it a minute, and then if not, then I'll come back out and go back in. Actually, I'll finish it this way, cause all we have to do is we'll let it spin too. Cause I want y'all to see Windows 8 in action in 2025. But we can't let one monkey stop the show. Okay. Let's see. But yeah, the Shannon Sharp stuff coming out, I feel like that's part of it. Like they didn't pay whatever ransom or didn't do whatever they were supposed to do. So they leaked their shit out. And here's another proof of that. Okay, so they leak their shit out if they don't do whatever they want them to do and embarrass them. So yeah, you really made them pay $100 million because apparently that's the deal he lost. And then so there was a story. I call this story of the $1 million man. The dude in Detroit. He this is all allegedly because this is I'm hearing this from other people's YouTubes and they reading it from the court documents though. So, but I don't know it verbatim. So in Detroit, it was this guy. He's in prison now. He was trying to sue Puff for $100 million, and Puff ain't show up to court. And then that's the next thing is he got busted in that hotel, but he ain't never show up. His lawyers didn't show up, and then that dude, and the case was dropped, I guess afterwards or something. But then the dude upped his case, and he had an affidavit for the police to say that they lied, that Puff was involved. I mean, yeah, that Puff was involved, and he actually had done what he accused the guy that's in prison of doing. Now, here's where I think it starts to become okay. You're no longer guilty. Like you are, like the person who wrote the court case. He's not guilty. He's like being set up, but it was a deeper point I had in that. Let me see if I can get this to work. She's usually done acting ADHD by now, but it might not stop this time. Okay, I'll try to bring another one up if I can. But this guy had gotten in that situation with him. So the part on Breaking Bad, if y'all remember Breaking Bad, there's a part on Breaking Bad where Jesse and Walt have to go around and make not Saul Goodman, but the other dude, Mike. They had to make Mikey's workers whole. Even when they was in jail, they still had to. Because without that, people start talking. Y'all remember that part? And to me, that's what all this is. I mean, even down to the bully on YouTube, I think that's what this is. These people that is talking, they payments ain't being paid out because the main dude done fell out. And even down to Jay Bieber. I think, man, I think that dude, I feel sorry for the young man. Don't get it twisted. But I think he's crashing out a little bit because the good drugs ain't around. And because once you get on whatever he was, and I don't mean that drugs are good in any kind of way. What I'm trying to say is whatever he was on, it might have been a smoother cut than what he's getting exposed to. Plus, you got to remember Kanye's and Diddy's last conversation that was recorded in jail was about Diddy supposedly telling people to, go out and, live your best life or something like that. And I swear, ain't there something weird, y'all, that Kanye's outfit, did y'all see it before he went to Japan or China or wherever he was going? Don't y'all think it's a little weird that it looked a lot like the Pope's like the outfits that the dudes that was supposed to be at the some part of the Pope's funeral parade was wearing? The all black ones with the pointy head. Didn't nobody else notice that, or we all didn't see that all that material? Because that's what I saw. All right, let me see if I can get this to come up, and I still do have to do a couple other things here. All right, let's see. From here, and we'll smash those down. We'll work out. Okay. Still trying. Alright. Hold on, y'all. Alright, let me see if I can get us back there. Thanks for hanging in. But yeah, I just see it a little bit different because I'm telling you, I'm hearing code words. I'm going to slow them down. Maybe that'll help y'all hear the code words because I think the reason Michael B. Jordan and Mike Myers is being brought up is because they didn't pay their ransom. All these ransoms lead to all these other guys being paid. Okay? So, like, please, this is my investigative reporting. So all like the big U cases and so on and so forth, the reason why people started talking is because they're not being paid through the program. They're not being paid through the program because the big guy isn't there to distribute the funds. So it all falls apart. And on top of that, Doge came in and took the rest of it down. So that's why I cannot, like, the only thing I have that's proof that something's way out of whack is we removed DEI and we started messing with veterans. So that makes this guy no good. Had he just been trying to do something like this to shake stuff up to see where the cookies crumble, and he's doing too much. That's why it's a racially based kind of thing that's going on within our administration right now. Other than that, I'll be like, maybe he's trying to find all what this is. But even when you don't go and release the books, yeah, no, this not any good. I can't even give y'all some good fluffy feelings about your lives right now. Like I can't even do it because clearly. So I'm probably not gonna be able to show it because this is acting real strange. It thinks it's had something. Let me try again. No, it thinks it's doing something and it ain't doing. Let me stop playing. So, maybe get a new one here. Maybe. Somewhere. Okay. Alright, so let's try to find dude again and kind of finish this up. So yeah, I'm hearing code words. Like y'all know Diddy had to go use the bathroom. I hope they had a certain bathroom for him. Well, yeah, they had to, right? It wasn't a regular bathroom, right? Because Lord have mercy. Can you imagine the level of what do you call it when just something's left open and unprotected? Vulnerability. That would be if you were using the public John. Like even that, even to that degree, you haven't. I guess though, I guess he was there for 8 hours and probably didn't have to use the bathroom. All right, so let's try to find ticket and finish this up. It's a good report. I have not seen someone have this much thorough information. And this guy that's in the front with this free tuck t-shirt on, is that him? I don't know if that's him or whoever that is. I'm wondering because he looks familiar. He really looks familiar to me. Probably some bum on my phone. Hold on now, we almost there. Alright, well, we're in the channel. That we're one step closer, folks. Alright, here we go. We're here. And let's see if we can finish up.
Pull up, order me. Watch how simple this is. I'm going to drag and drop.
You know it.
Court going to tell the jurors about the level of confidentiality. I ask because if the potential juror believes this would be entirely confidential, that relates to candor. The judge says I'm not going to lie to the jurors.
It excites me.
Now, the jurors have been brought into the courtroom. The judge says this is a criminal case, the U.S. versus Sean Combs. I expect the trial to run for approximately 2 months. The justice depends on all of you. You've all filled out the long questionnaire.
It excites me to bring this to you in ADHD vision. That means my screen is going to stop and stutter. You will not know where I am or what I'm doing. At the same time, I have slowed down the speed, so you will not know what the hell is going on. So grab yourself a glass of your favorite beverage and or some puff puff and give, and away we go. With my ADHD commentary. The only thing I can't, I might remix this video and flip the screen. You know what I'm saying? Make it all go all loopy and shit. But I'm slowing it down because for 2 reasons. For the copyright reason, and because I want you to hear this shit the way I do.
He is pleaded not guilty and is presumed to be innocent. There are 5 counts.
So this is the judge reading this shit to the jurors.
Kidnapping, sex trafficking, prostitution, with 2 victims in prostitution, and male commercial sex workers. He denied all of it. Our schedule is to be ready for May 12th for trial. First week, 9:30 to 5, then 9 to 3.
Okay.
Swear them in. Clerk says, does anyone not swear an oath? Question mark. The clerk word. Guns. Intimate partner violence.
So they were saying if you got a problem with that, you couldn't.
The government says let the juror keep the copy of the binder in order to say only numbers, not the true names.
So he wasn't supposed to say Michael Myers. The juror said that.
The judge
and Michael B. Jordan.
Right? Now listen, y'all. Listen. The judge says bring in juror number 2.
Juror 2.
Now y'all smash the like button. Okay. We should have well over 2,500 likes. I'm giving y'all niggas the raw right out the courthouse.
Go like his channel, please.
The judge says, please bring in juror number 2. I know you have a change to review the list, right?
Chance to review the list.
Any you knew of?
Any people you knew of?
The judge asked, are there any ones you knew of? The juror,
Let me stop there.
life. I'm giving y'all niggas the raw.
I am looking for jobs, places of employment, church affiliations, certain memberships, certain on that surprise witness. She pointed out that one of the jurors said he had something to do with gig 100 or something 1010. I ran 1010. I don't know what it was, but it had when she looked at it, she could trace it all the way back to Andre Harrell. I would have told that juror he could hit the road. So this is the kind of thing I'm looking at.
Right out the courthouse. The judge says, please bring in juror number 2. I know you have a change to review the list, right? The termination of their marriage. The judge says, can you be fair? The juror said, number. So everybody had a number. Each person had a number, y'all. Okay. So beside their number was names, whether it be victims or whether it be people that they're referring to or could be referred to in this case, right? So they're saying all these people's names. Y'all listen up now. It says also 190, which is place number 3. That.
Oh, sorry. Shit, I don't know what it was. My bad, y'all. Hold on.
The juror says e-learning on sexual harassment, and I've seen psychiatrists. The judge says you've had their services. The juror says yes, I can be fair. The judge says on question number 7 on the questionnaire, the juror says, I'm against capital punishment. The judge says, question 26, what have you heard about the case? The juror says, last week I saw a video of Diddy allegedly assaulting another person in a hotel room, presuming innocence.
Inside the hotel room?
Juror 5 leaves.
I don't even understand.
The judge says, I see no grounds to excuse for cause. You? Diddy's lawyer says no. The judge says, bring in juror number 6.
Juror number 6.
Juror number 6 says, I had HR training, and my son is a law clerk in Connecticut. The judge says, you have great handwriting.
I don't like that comment.
Wrote, you say an image? The juror says, the hotel hall. The judge says to the parties, any more questions, Mrs. Conley? The government says no. Diddy's lawyer says yes. The judge says, in question 27, you said the image could be damning. Why did you say that? Juror number 6, and y'all smash the like button. If you ain't subscribed, you want to subscribe to this channel because we got all the smoke. Juror number 6 says it was a photo. It didn't seem to be something I wanted, or something wanted, excuse me, he said. It goes on, the judge says, I don't see grounds to exclude that juror. The government says, I agree. Diddy's lawyer says, but she used strong language, damning evidence. She tried to rehabilitate herself, but the judge says, okay, I'll exclude juror 6 for cause. So the judge excludes that juror. The government says, she said, but presumed innocent. The government said, and we're the ones who decided not to use the CNN video. They got Diddy dead to rights, nigga. Everybody, this is breaking news coming out the courtroom. They're not using the Cassie trial, the CNN video in the trial. They're not. Let me repeat myself again. The feds got this nigga so dead to rights They're not even using the Cassie video. They just announced this in court today. The feds were granted the ability to use the Cassie video. They're not even using the Cassie video no more from CNN. I'm going to read it to you right now. They just said it in open court. The government says, she said, but presumed innocent. And the government said, and we're the ones who decided not to use the CNN video. There's been no ruling, by your honor. The judge says, based on the questionnaire, I'm excluding her. Let's move to juror 15, who's a male. Juror 15 says, I just started a new job in a hotel. The judge says, excused. Next juror is number 20, a female. Number 88 and 116. Y'all, this shit is crazy. The judge says, musicians? The juror says, I have training May 12th through the 15th. The judge says, if you're selected, you're not going. The juror says, I was a mandated reporter as a teacher in a parochial school in the Bronx, something like that. I have a friend in the Yonkers Police Department. The juror says, when I was 16,
hit the road.
I was caught shoplifting in the Universal Studios at Harry Potter's World.
They can go.
I had
Universal,
to be a lawyer.
no.
The judge says, what did you take? The juror says,
no Universals. I'm telling y'all, they stacking this
you
jury
may have liked a post on Instagram. The juror says it was a comedian about the baby oil.
Probably
the juror says it was just a comedy seller comedian, no one I follow. The judge says, I don't see grounds to excuse. Both sides agree.